Now we're going to go to 30% pay cut. Let me show you something else that's happened. So here's another opportunity, and this one's for you if you are working for an early stage company, or for you if you're a leader or you're building one of those. And did you know there was a sample that was taken at the end of 2020-22? So they just got all this together. And it was like 18 tech companies. And the publication, The Information, did this, and I saw them write it up. I saw this information elsewhere, but I saw them do a very good article write-up. So credit where credit's due. I'm reading, not reading, quoting from, but I gleaned some of this from The Information and a separate source. But it was that there are 18 tech companies that have seen some of the median pay. So the median pay, right in the middle of they pay people, dropped by 30% in 22. And calculated Q1 of 23 as we sit here, and recently been announced. So what happened here? What's going on? You know, there's some things. And if we could go to the shrinking tech checks chart, there you go, thank you very much. So what is happening is that the median pay is going down, and it's going down for one reason. Technology companies are thinning the herd, and they're taking the opportunity to have people that were hired in and have less experience higher than what their nominal wage was. Like they had to hire people during COVID. And while they were hiring people during COVID, what was happening was that these folks came in and they said, well, I want, no, I need 10% more than that. I got to bring my dog to work, and I get certain days of the week off, I work from home. So any day that ends in D-A-Y, I work from home. It's like, wait, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you want to work from home? You just don't want to be here? All of that is gone, and there's been layoffs, and the layoffs were some of the less experienced workers that came in at higher salaries. I dove into this a little bit. So the median is coming back. So in other words, this is like the second Star Wars movie where the Empire strikes back. And what the Empire is doing, take a look here. Cloudflare down 34% from 2021, where people said, if I don't get a 20% raise, I'm going to work elsewhere. And they got it. Snapchat down 33%, Broadcom 28%, Tesla 16%, Oracle 12%, and then Uber and a couple others there, it's only down 6%. I'm not really looking at that because a lot of reasons could be there, so I don't want to pick on them. I want to look at Cloudflare, Snap, Broadcom, and look at that, 30%. So these are some companies that desperately needed workers in 2021, and now you're seeing a decrease in median pay. It doesn't mean they're trying to hurt. What they're trying to do, they're trying to run a company and make enough money to run a company. If you want a bonus, pay the company so the company with profits so the company can pay you a bonus. If you want additional benefits, pay the company so it's got the profits to offer additional benefits. And I know what you're going to say. Some companies make ridiculous profit over the top and they never pay a stock dividend. Okay, maybe there's opportunities for those companies to do things a little different, like pay a dividend or do some stock buybacks to help everybody's options. Okay, I'll give you that. But when you look at it on an isolated basis with some frontline tech companies from 21 to 22, I think the conclusion and everything I read pointed to, party's over, folks, party's over. You know, the median income has come back. Now, why is that good and bad? Well, number one, it's now protecting the rest of the people at the company from future layoffs. But number two, it also means that, you know, not everybody probably got an interesting raise, you know, to help offset the cost of inflation and a gallon of gas and all that goes with it. But I thought that was very, very interesting. So what does it mean for all of us? Well, for all of you, it means that you may be able to go back to looking at Glassdoor and Monster.com at the average salary out there in your area and being able to pay a nice average to people coming to work for you and then giving them space in the normal pay range there so that they could earn raises each year, and they've got what we call runway. If I can only afford $80,000 for a certain engineer, and because of the market conditions, I'm getting held at gunpoint, I got to pay $75,000, I've got nowhere to help them come up. And because And you look at the industry and you look at the averages, people are paying about, say, 80 grand for this type of engineer. And you're like, how do you run a business there? You can't stop the merry-go-round and just run the economics on your terms. You're competing with other companies. You're also competing to earn profit with other companies so that you can invest and stay ahead of those other companies and invest in new products. And so what is happening here, in my eyes, is that this return to some medians that were back around 2021 is protecting people still at the companies, and it's giving companies a fighting chance to make the profits, to maybe increase benefits a little bit for everybody else, because we've seen the layoffs, to maybe be able to invest in another product or a product version during this downturn. That's where we're at. And so I think this is not a bad thing. People that are getting laid off, you just got a job, you came in at a higher than normal salary, you got laid off, that sucks. And I feel bad for you. And I hope the economy turns so that you can be absorbed back in to another company that needs a great engineer. But the artificialness that we had in the market rate salaries of 2021, you can't ignore that. It's coming back. Even as inflation chews on things, it's coming back.